Alrighty. So pretty much what okay. Okay. That's nice. Okay. Alright, I'm back. Hold on, let me refresh the page because it says... I know. Alrighty, I'm back. So, it said that there was another stream, which I'm only assuming that's like, you know, hey, there was a stream before this. But in actuality, there was not a stream before this because, you know, March 12th. Okay, that was just now. So pretty much what the hell happened is that I switched from XSplit to OBS because OBS seems to be a lot better for my computer. Oh god, that's an exception. OBS seems to be a lot better for my computer, but it doesn't give me a face cam, so you're probably not gonna see a face cam again, because it seems that OBS is really better for my computer, and I should just get rid of XSplit because it gives me so much trouble, while OBS does not. I just dropped my mask, by the way. Okay. So, pretty much what happened, if you were not here just, like, 2 minutes ago. I could redo it all. So, yeah, I'm actually gonna redo it. Okay. Just for those who weren't here. So, pretty much what happened last time... I'm gonna repeat myself. Pretty much what happened last time is that Sir Mithros thwarted Sarcasm's plan to dethrone King Gennaro. And what he pretty much did is that he threw Sarcasm into prison, and he used his partner in crime, Varg, to help him with his plans. And so pretty much what's happening right now is that Varg gave us a letter, an envelope that says, meet me in the throne, go to the throne room alone tonight. And so that's what we're doing. So I hope for the people that were watching this before aren't gonna be like, oh well, I've already seen this. So the throne room is empty when I arrive. I can only hope that this is not some sort of trap. Soon after I enter, the door squeaks open and a familiar face enters the room. Sir Mithros? Sir Mithros walks towards me. When he's close enough, he drops to one knee and bows. I frown as I take a step back from him. My princess, do not be alarmed. I know of your true identity. Sir Mithros flashes me a wide smile that causes a shudder to run down my spine. Anybody would fucking not trust that smile. You know who I am, then that means that you are... I take another step back as the blood drains from my face. Sir Mithros' smile only widens at my reaction. Widens. I'll say it for you. Yes, I am a witch. You see, the thing that annoys me is that I knew this whole time. And I've mentioned it multiple times throughout the story, because it was so obvious, man. And she did not realize. Okay. Whatever you say, Nick. If you are a witch, then Sarcasm is a mere human, a fool one. A foolish one. And Varg? Nothing but my personal errand boy. I think they're probably related. A thought suddenly occurs to me. If Sarcasm was plotting against the kingdom, then did Sir Mithros also punish Fritz somehow? What about Fritz? Was he a part of Sarcasm's plans? Ah, the knight. To avoid confusing you, let us just say that the situation surrounding him is too complicated to adequately explain. I command you to answer my question, Sir Mithros. Was Fritz part of this? If it makes you feel any better, he refused to be a part of this. He refused? Then does that mean that he was not a part of the plans, or just that he was unwilling to or that he was just unwillingly forced to participate in them. I'm certain that Sarcasm would not be happy that his own son was disobeying him. He either forced him to help or assigned him outside of the palace. But if Fritz knew of Sarcasm's plans... Oh, hello! I have... rules. But if Fritz knew of Sarcasm's plans, why did he not warn anyone about them? Was he working with Sir Mithras as well? More questions swirl in my head, but none of them have answers. I don't think I read that line of dialogue earlier. When this is over, I will personally ask Fritz about this, once I can locate him. I shake the thoughts away and bring my attention back to Sir Mithras. Why bother with this reveal? What do you hope to gain from it? Alrighty. I hope it's doing... Hell. I hope the stream is doing better. Honestly, I really do. Really? Huh. It's kind of funny because I'm aiming to be a voice actor. Gonna move it right there. Okay. I think it's doing well. Ah, god damn it. Before we start our conversation... Woo! Sir Mithras waves his hand, conjuring a faint green glow that develops the whole room. Just in case someone decides to eavesdrop, I wouldn't want any of your witch friends listening in on us. Yes, I'm aware that one of them has been snooping around the palace these past few months. Their snooping has made it even more difficult to move around without exposing myself. Sir Mithras clicks his tongue in annoyance. Such a nuisance. He's referring to Delora. She and Parfait warned me before that there was a witch in the palace. Is Sir Mithras truly that witch? I never really trusted him, not even when I was a princess. Now that he has revealed himself as a witch, I need to know what he plans on doing. Okay. You knew that I was the princess this entire time, yet you never offered me any assistance. If I had, Calisto would have targeted you as well. Ah yes, show me that face of pity. It looks so fake. What? What? Calisto wanted to dispose of the royal family. If he had known you were the princess, he would have been after you too. It would have been easier with no one remembering you as the princess. But unfortunately, Fritz told his father about you, thinking that Calisto might be able to help and protect you. And it didn't help that Varg confirmed it. Your mother wouldn't have been happy with me if I put you in harm's way. So Varg has a curse? Or he just knew because Sir Mithras told him? That's why I had to pretend not to know you in order to protect you. Oh my god, I just realized this voice sounds like Squilliams. Okay, that's good. It's saying that the output is low. So I'm wondering. I think it's doing better though. Sir Mithras is silent for a few moments before he speaks again. Revealing myself to be a witch was necessary. I had to make myself appear useful to Calisto somehow. After all, then of course I learned of his foolish plans to steal the crown and decided to thwart him. Though not before I stole something from Calisto first. Did you steal Fritz? I played him like the fool that he was. I told him I would aid him with my magic so long as he gave me the knight's protection. Using magic is almost impossible in this place, so having the knights to back me up was crucial. Or maybe he was talking about his title. I'm not sure. The knights? What does he need the knight's protection for? What are his plans? Sir Mithras starts pacing the room, his expression still calm. I found out that he planned to dispose of me after I attained what he needed, so I disposed of him first. That's how double-crossing works. Calisto might have been able to convince most of the knights to aid him by promising them promotions, but, well, my magic is far more convincing. Oh, yeah. Are you the one that did Cry Wolf, if that's what it was? I think it was. Sir Mithras stops in front of me, his deadpan expression transforming into a smile. For now, let us desist. Speaking of my plans, the minute Outcaster's plans were thwarted, I knew I had to contact you directly. I'm happy to see you in the palace, Your Highness. Although, we really need to get you out of those clothes soon. Maid clothing does not befit a princess like yourself. That does not matter. My priority now is to break my curse. Ah, of course. And they must truly have been frightened to feel the need to curse you. I feel an uncomfortable tug in my heart. To think that the Lucis Bear would actually allow a witch to curse you. Sir Mithras shakes his head, disgust written on his features. I knew he was... When it suddenly disappeared that day, it was as if all of your traces of existence had vanished. I searched for you endlessly, Princess. When you first appeared here in the palace, I did not recognize you immediately, but I felt a touch of magic in you and investigated. You are definitely... Oh, that's what you're saying. Ah, I see. I just did a thumbs up at the camera, even though the camera's not active. Okay, so I realized he's a bad witch that was following my mother, and so he wanted to find me in order to do hecking stuff. This was obvious. Why did I not realize this? Man, I am dead. My curiosity is what prompted me to investigate you further. When I tried hard enough, I found that I could see you through the glamour that had been casted on you. Sir Mithras truly was the witch Parfait was referring to when she mentioned someone seen through the glamour. Imagine my surprise when I found out that it was actually you. That fairy bearer has been nothing but a nuisance to us witches. First she betrayed your mother, then she betrayed you before she had even met you. But mother... She was the Tenebra bearer corrupted by darkness. Parfait only did what she had to. Sir Mithras looks at me, clearly surprised. What lies have those people been whispering in your ear? Everything the Queen did, she did for us witches, to protect us from the wicked humans who destroyed our kind. It clear to me what Sir Mithras' alliance was like. Yeah, it really is. Yeah. Sir Mithras dies, runs a hand through his hair, and then continues speaking. On your 18th birthday, you will follow her footsteps. You will make this kingdom a place for all witches to prosper. I'm nothing like her. I refuse to make people suffer to fuel the crystal. I never bore witness to the suffering the people had to go through during my mother's reign, but the stories are enough to reveal her true nature to me. It was hard to believe at first, but those people do not have any reason to lie to a servant like myself. They have nothing to gain from it. I finally understand why the hatred people had for me ran so deep even when I did nothing to them. Is because I was the witch's daughter. Your mother wouldn't be happy to hear you say that. Let me assure you that this is not destiny you can run from, dear princess. I will not let destiny take control of my life. I feign tiredness by releasing a long yawn. Sorry for cutting you short, Sir Mithras. Please excuse me, I am getting tired. I'm about to walk past Sir Mithras when he starts speaking again, his voice a low whisper. I noticed that you have gotten closer to the family you so despised before, the prince included. I narrow my eyes at him. You care about him, don't you? Don't you dare do anything to Rod! I must confess that this surprises me, princess. Such a relationship would certainly be a scandal. Even if you two are not blood related, he is still your stepbrother. Shut your ass up, you smug little bitch. Whatever will your deaf father say about this? I clench my fists. He has no right to lecture me. I already know that these feelings are wrong. I know I cannot have them. I can assure you that there is nothing between the two of us. Oh, is that so? Are those lies you had to just convince yourself? This man is beginning to try my patience. Allow me to share a little secret with you, princess. I'm not interested. I head for the door and reach for the knob. Oh, but I think it is something you would be most curious about. I do, after all, know the consequences of the prince failing to break his curse. I also happen to know that it is something special to him is getting married tomorrow. My hand freezes. How do you know about all of this? I know all of the happenings around this place. That's my job, princess. You're the one who fucking cursed him, aren't you? Now tell me, do you know the ending of the fairy tale The Little Mermaid? My blood runs cold when I remember what Emmeline told me about that fairy tale. If the princess fell in love and married someone else, the Little Mermaid's heart would break and she would dissolve into sea foam. I conducted my own investigation and actually met the witch who bestowed the curse upon the prince. Oh, so you're not that guy. In meeting her, I found everything that there is to know about it. I turned to regard Mithras with a frown. I'm pretty sure it's parfait. Ah, it seems I have finally gotten your attention. What do you plan on doing to Rod? Sir Mithras shrugs. To him? Nothing really. I was merely curious. I wanted to know what you saw in him. What do you know about his curse? It stays true to the fairy tale. Only in this case, the prince gives up his voice for a title. Still, it would end the same way. The girl will fall in love with someone else, despite his sacrifice. You mean, on his beloved wedding's day, the prince will die? I thought you might have reached the same conclusion. Tragic, don't you think? I had the same thought, but is Rod truly going to die? So the reason Rod gave up breaking his curse because he knew that Viorka would never love him back. He knew that he was going to die the moment Viorka married. Dread begins to wash over me. Why not ask him yourself? As if orchestrated by magic, the double doors open and Rod steps inside. When he sees me, his expression relaxes. I've been looking all over for you. I wanted to speak with you about my discussion with Lady Parfait. I turn around to face Sir Mithras once again, but to my surprise, he's already gone. Fuck. Hello! When we talk to her about you, right? I don't know what you're saying. Seafoam? Ooh, ew. When did Sir Mithras leave? Calisto, is something wrong? Is Sir Mithras really speaking the truth? I would ask him, not confront him. Is it true that she will die when Viorka marries Desamond? I see you're still stuck on the same theory. Have you been snooping around again? Please answer my question, Rod. And if I am? Why do you not want anyone to help you fix this? I don't need to tell you everything, Calisto. His voice is now soft, his expression tired. I've been aware of another way to break my curse from the beginning, but I would rather die than do what it is I need to do. You need to fall in love with someone else, so the curse will break. Both. I realize what you're saying. I just save whatever, man. I normally save at the types when it's like, oh, there's a choice you need to take. So, save. Not, it doesn't actually say save, but I save every time there's a choice. Do what? Have you not read? Rod's voice trails off when he sees my confused expression. He clears his throat. Forget it. There's nothing more you can do. You need to fall in love with someone else, dude. The reason I never told anyone the truth of my curse is because I never wanted anyone to blame themselves for not being able to help me. I was already a lost cause the moment Viorka really fell in love with someone else. I could never take that happiness away from her. Rod becomes silent, his gaze downcast. The vulnerable expression catches me by surprise. You should have told me about your curse a long time ago. How many times must I repeat myself? Telling you about my curse won't change the outcome. I could have tried to help you! Why are you so insistent on helping me? Because I care about you! My face warms up when the words escape from my lips. Rod also flushes. What are you saying? Then, I'm worried about you on Emmeline's behalf, of course. I do not want to think that I let you die. Rod lets out a deep sigh. You're in no position to tell me what to do, Calisto. There's a hint of warning in his voice. Now you better let me help you up. Oh, damn! My words are cut off when Ron presses his lips to mine, so he's like, oh, damn. It's only a brief kiss when he pulls away, his usual somberness is returned. I told you to stop talking. I can only stare back at him baffled.
Rod, you do realize that you just kissed the princess?
Rod looks at Sebby, then at me. His face colors once more. He takes a step back, his lips pressed together. I'm sorry. Without any other warning, Rod turns abruptly and stalks out of the room. Shit. I don't mind the term dude. Okay, bye. Ursus. Bye, Ursus, misanthrope. Sebby falls from his shoulder and falls to the ground, but Rod does not notice and is hurried to leave. I stare after him in shock.
I can't believe he just ran away.
I walk to where Sebby is and kneel down to pick him up. Are you alright?
I'm fine, thank you, princess.
Sebby tilts his head to the side.
Rod, I wonder when he'll start acting like a man. Suddenly kissing a girl like that is so unromantic.
What do you think about the warmth of Rod's lips pressed against mine and flush again?
Rod may not say much, but he has a lot going on in his head. Thus, he doesn't ever want anyone to know. I don't want to speak on his behalf, but I know he really does care about you, princess. He's just a little standoffish and has a difficult time showing his emotions. He's sensitive like that. Take it from me, I'm always in his head.
I care about him too, but what will become of my feelings once I break my curse? Return to being his stepsister when all of this is over. No, this isn't the time to mull over such thoughts.
I'm sorry for asking this of you, princess, but can you return to me, Rod? Can you return me to Rod? That boy is useless without me.
The exasperation in Sebby's voice makes me smile. Sebby acts like Rod's older sibling. Of course. I swear, if it's doing the thingy again, it's doing the thingy again. Hell. I've been alive for 22 minutes? Really? Really? Huh. Wrong one. Of course. When Rod does not open the door, I knock again. Rod's eyes widen as soon as he sees me. His face flushes a dark crimson. I'm here to return Sebby. Rod nods before slowly taking Sebby from my hands. Thank you.
Be careful not to drop me again next time.
There's a hint of a smile on Rod's face as he taps Sebby's face. Sorry. He looks so much more at ease when he smiles. Rod faces me again with an apologetic expression. Calisto, I really am sorry for what I did earlier. Hell. I apologize as well. It was my fault for talking too much. And you should stop insisting on helping me. I refuse. I'm sorry. You really are stubborn. What makes the both of us? The hovering silence becomes more pronounced as we both stop talking. You said you wanted to talk to me about something you discussed with Lady Parfait? Yes. I meant to tell you that Delora will be here tomorrow to investigate. Now that we know Sorrel Caster is not the witch, we have to start investigations over. Actually, about that, I know who the witch is. You do? It's Sir Mithros. He's the real witch. Sir Mithros? So when Sorrel Caster was throwing around accusations last night, they were true. Sir Mithros is already aware that Delora has been investigating the palace. We need to warn her. I will send Lady Parfait a quick message. We need to keep our guard around him, especially you two. I'm sure he already knows that you're the crown princess. I nod in response. For now we should wait for Delora to show up tomorrow. But it's getting late. You should go and get some rest. The moment he says the words, I realize he is correct. My eyelids are heavy. You're right. I think I shall take my leave. Good night, Calisto. Good night, Rod. Moments after Rod closes the door, I hear a familiar face whispering in my ear. Ah, I see. I jump back in surprise and stare at him with wide eyes. Sir Mithros is leaning casually on one of the pedestals. So that's where the prince disappears to every now and then. I had no reason to care before, but now I see it. My guess is correct. He's also in the league with Lucy's bow. When I did not answer, Silverthroat smiles and shrugs. Well, it doesn't matter. He glanced around us and noticed the green shield from earlier. It's okay, no one will hear this conversation. Now that the prince has confirmed your doubts, what will your next course of action be? You want him to help break his curse, yes? One may have given up on breaking his curse, but I refuse to do nothing. From the way Mithros is taunting me, he must know some other way to break the curse. Red will not be happy about this, but you need to use whatever means necessary to save him. Do you know how to break his curse, Sir Mithros? Ah, I will assume that you have not read the full fairy tale if you do not know. Yes, princess, I know. Tell me. Tell me. Mithros cocks an eyebrow and waves his finger at me. Do you not realize now how witches work, princess? I propose a deal. I will help you, but you must help me with something in return. Okay, bye!
Ooh. Help you? If you're planning on betraying the king...
I have no plans on taking the crown or harming any members of the royal family.
What is it that you want from me?
I prefer keeping you in suspense. I do enjoy surprises. You will find out the day after tomorrow.
Despite
your 18th birthday.
I look at him perplexed. Why does that have to be on my birthday?
Don't worry, your highness. What I request from you will also make it a pleasant gift. What do you say? Okay, so we had the ball yesterday. Wait, did we? No, we didn't have the ball yesterday, but we did have the ball like a couple days ago. And then it's 2 days after the ball. There we go. And then tomorrow is the wedding, and then the day after tomorrow is my birthday. There's just so much events happening all at once, man. Bite my lower lip as I consider. I'm worried about Sir Mithros' request, but I no longer have time. Yorick marriage is tomorrow, and Sir Mithros has the upper hand. I understand. Good. Now remember, dear Calisto, witches are bound to their oaths. In order for the prince to regain his voice in life, something must be taken by force, just like in the fairy tale.
What does he mean by that?
Tell me what I must do. Oh, I did forget to mention this, but it is not you who must act, but the prince.
What? If Rod could help himself, he already would have done so.
Please trust me, princess. You will have my aid, and I will make sure the prince's curse is broken. You're only doing this to your own benefit. I swear. He's trying to become the Tenebrae Bear, so he can rule the land in darkness. I'm not giving up my accusation, bro. Oh, hold on a second.
Hecky.
Cracker. This is annoying. I can only make theories for now. Cinderella Phenomenon. Goddamn, that side angle is really good. Today is Bjorka's wedding day, and also the day Rod is destined to die. Sir Mithros explained his plan briefly last night. He told me that he would have a valuable item delivered to Rod that he will need to use to break his curse. He further explained that it was something he would need to use after the wedding. I tried to question him further, but he disappeared before I could, saying that he needed to start his preparations. I do not completely trust him, but I'm running out of time and have no choice right now. I'm pretty sure he's gonna drink something. The royal family has left the palace to attend Viorica's wedding. It's unusual for the king to attend another noble's wedding, but Viorica is an exception, given that she is one of Rod's and Emmeline's best friends. Despite Sir Mithros' reassurance, I'm still restless. Sir Mithros told me that everything would be alright, that Rod would not instantly die at the moment Viorica got married. But why must his involvement be reserved for a time after the wedding? Why does he not act now? Looks like someone looks like they're in a bad mood. Dolores suddenly stands before me, smirking. Her appearance shocks me so badly I nearly dropped the dishes in my hand. What impeccable timing. We've heard from the prince about Mithros. No wonder I was iffy about the man. I should have realized he was a witch. Do you know him? Yes, I do. Dolores walks closer and places both of her hands on my shoulders. Listen to me, princess. I'm warning you. Stay away from Mithros. Do you understand? That man is a sly devil. He cannot be trusted. I take a deep breath to still my rapidly beating heart. I do not hope I will regret asking for his help. You will. Princess, I need you to promise me that you will stay away from Mithros. Yes, of course. Good. For the time being, I will resume my investigation. If I'm lucky, I'll find out what Mithros hopes to accomplish. Actually, he's not in the palace right now. He went with the royal family to attend a wedding. A wedding, huh? How unusual. I can only assume he must be there at the wedding to help Rod. Well then, better make use of his absence while I can. I'll see you later, Princess. When I'm left to my own thoughts, my mind returns to the issue of Rod's curse. Sir Mithros mentioned a similarity with a fairy tale, which means I might have the chance of finding out more. I decide to go to the library when I have the time to pick up the book. I'm now on my way back to my quarters with the book in hand when I see Rod walking towards me from the other side. His eyes are fixed on the floor, so he does not notice me as I approach. What? He's still alive! Does that mean that Sir Mithros has succeeded? Oh, it's just you. Rod's voice still comes from Sebi. The realization instills deep fear inside of me. He's still cursed. How much time does he have left? Much to my surprise, Rod actually smiles at me. The smile is forced, however, and does not reach his eyes. He looks crestfallen. Are you alright? That's my concern. Are you alright? I'm fine. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. But I'm tired, Calisto. So for tonight, I just want to rest. Good night. Without waiting for my answer, Rod begins to walk away. A strange heaviness hangs in my chest. Hello, man! God damn it, why is it so far back, man? I really hope this doesn't reflect on the actual feedback when it turns into a video. Why do I feel like this is the last time I will see him? I glance down at the book in my hands, then slowly open up to the last page of the Little Mermaid fairy tale. I start reading from the section where the mermaid's sister explains how to get her fins back. Take this knife. Before the sun rises, you must plunge it into the heart of the prince, and you will be a mermaid once again. The book falls from my hands and collapses to the floor. I stare at it, dumbfounded. Wait, this means Rod needs to kill the orca? The item that Sir Mithros mentioned earlier. Could it be the knife? I need to find him! I turn and start running to the direction of Rod's room in hopes that I could still be able to catch Sir Mithros there. When I come to the end of the hallway, however, it's not Mithros who stands by Rod's door.
Emily?
Emmeline is slowly walking in the direction of the throne room. Her movements seem oddly mechanical. She does not look okay there. I rush towards her. Princess Emmeline, where are you going?
Must go to Rod.
Why is she going to the throne room? Rod is back in his room. My eyes catch on something shining in Emmeline's hand. My heart nearly stops when I see that it is a knife. Emmeline, what are you...
If he kills his beloved with this blade, his curse will break and he won't die.
It's as if she's in a trance. Is this Sir Mithros doing? Is she under one of his spells? Emmeline, snap out of it! Emmeline starts walking again, ignoring me. When I try to approach her, trying to steal the knife away, a shadow suddenly comes to stand between us. Varg looms in front of me, smirking. Where did you come from? Let me through, Varg. No can do, princess. Don't you want to save the prince? I look at Emmeline, who's not even turned to glance at us. I glare at Varg, who's still standing in my way, grinning. Step off the side, Varg. Ah, feisty. You're far more interesting, princess, than your stepsister. I try to sidestep, but Varg follows my motions. I try again and again, but he just flirts my progress. He holds his hands up in the air, eyebrows raised. Tell me, what would you do if I did let you go? Would you stop him from killing the girl? Rod would never kill her. He would never do anything to harm the person he loves. He refused to do it, and he has no reason to do it now. Varg is silent for a few moments as he considers. Interesting. He steps aside and bows. Go ahead, then. Letting me go? I would like to see this play end as well as it may, without any strings attached. God damn, this is weird. Chapter 10, Silent Farewell. Oh, God. This is weird. When I push open the door, I find Rod kneeling down. Emmeline lies on the floor in front of him, unconscious. Emmeline! She's fine. She's just asleep. Something glints in Rod's hand. Even from this distance, I know it's the same knife Emmeline was holding earlier. Out of the corner of my eye, I see someone slouched against one of the pillars. Violga? I rush to her side, then sigh in relief when I see the gentle rise and fall on her chest. She's still alive. How did she get here? It was Sir Mithras' plan. I remember walking back to my room after talking with you. I blacked out, and when I came to, I was already in here with Viorka. I've already checked on her. It seems she seems to be under some kind of sleeping spell. Em came in just a few moments ago, passed me the knife, and then simply collapsed after begging me to kill Viorka. I think Em is under a spell as well. Rod glances at the knife in his hand, expression glassy. Em almost convinced me. She pleaded that I may not leave any of them behind. It's not as if I want to die and leave my family, but... He stares at the knife for a few moments, then curses as he slams his fist to the ground. I can't kill her. Why would Sir Mithras want me to do this? Guilt floods my chest, making it difficult to breathe. I was the one who asked Sir Mithras to help Rod. He said he knew how to break his curse. I didn't realize that in order to break his curse, he needed to kill the person he loved. I relied entirely on the story Emmeline told me, and that was my biggest mistake. I should have read the full fairy tale. I could never kill her. Such a shame. Sir Mithras emerges from the shadows, looking at us with disappointment. To break his curse, Prince Rod must kill his beloved with a knife, and his sister Rose brought him, just like in the fairy tale. Mithras turns to Rod. And here I thought that your sister might be able to change your mind. You were, after all, supposed to do this of your own accord. I was wrong. I shouldn't have underestimated your stubbornness. Casting a spell on you would have solved this problem easily. Why are you doing this? Well... Sir Mithras shifts his gaze to me. Rod follows his gaze to me and raises his eyebrows. It's no use lying to him now. I asked Sir Mithras to help me break your curse. You what? I didn't know that you were meant to kill Viorka. Rod shakes his head, his face marred with disappointment. Anyone who tries to help me will inevitably make things harder for me, Calisto. I wanted to help you, Rod. I've already made my mind. If you really wanted to help me, then please respect my decision. Please. Shame. And here I thought I would be witnessing a dramatic finale tonight. Sir Mithras starts to walk away. I'm about to chase after him, but then I realize that there's nothing else he can do. Rod has made his decision. I feel my heart plummet as I nod at him. As I slowly nod at him. So, there really is no other way? I could never break my curse like this. Viorka was my first love, and my good friend. And besides, my love for her faded a long time ago. She's been replaced. You've been my beloved for quite some time already, Calisto. But it doesn't matter, does it? I'll die soon. Rod. I feel a heavy weight in my chest, as if some force is crushing my heart. I'm sorry. I promised myself that I would save your life, but I failed. I blink back the tears that are brimming in my eyes. Rod stands and moves over to stand before me. He places a hand on my cheek. You've done nothing wrong, Calisto, so please don't blame yourself. What did I expect to happen? Even if Rod had killed Viorka today, he would have carried that burden for the rest of his life. And because I asked a witch to make him do something, he did not want to do it in the first place. Rod reaches for Sebi and places him in my hands. Once the clock strikes 12, I'm going to disappear. It really is a shame that I'll be disappearing on your birthday. It would have been nice to celebrate this one with you. Promise you'll take care of my family. Wait, shit! There must be another way. You cannot go just yet. I'm sorry, Calisto. I cannot even bring myself to consider what's happening. Panic envelopes my senses as I stare at Rod, who's becoming translucent. Rod, you... If only I could be with you and everyone else, just a bit longer. Despite the fact that his words waver, when Rod looks at me, his smile is right and warm. My vision blurs as tears gather in my eyes. I like you, Calisto. If we had more time together, I think I would have grown to truly love you. In the next instant, his body is dissolved in soft orbs of light. The light gathers in the air and then begins to disappear. I'm so sorry. The end. Shit. I do. Bad end. Yeah, shit, man. Ominous, bro. God damn it. Okay. Merman's remains. fuck, man? God damn it. I feel sad. No. Alrighty, we're gonna do another end. Hopefully my last decision will be able to help. Maybe this one? You'll unlock the fast forward feature. From the convenience of your future playthroughs, this feature has been activated. With this, you're able to skip ahead to the choices you will have to make again, as well as unseen dialogue. It's just right there in the rightmost corner of the quick. You don't have to apologize. I know you did not intend to do that in the first place. The truth is, I actually... He trails off and averts his eyes slowly to the floor. Suffice it to say, I'm not supposed to feel this way about you. What exactly are you feeling? Yeah! Rod flushes deep red before turning away. Don't ask me such an embarrassing question. The hovering silence becomes more pronounced as we both stop. Okay. Yeah. He looks crestfallen. How was the wedding? I quickly clamped my hand over my mouth as I answered the question. I just saw the person he loves getting married today. I already know how he feels. I apologize. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have asked that. Rod looks at me surprised. Then, to my shock, he starts chuckling. Why are you laughing? He looks like a criminal caught in the act of a crime. I apologize for trying to be sensitive, Your Highness. Without realizing it, I smile back at him. It looks like Rod has finally learned how to converse with me normally. I hope this will not be the last time I see him smile like this. I'm tired, Calisto. I will now return for the night. He looks at me again and then smiles. Good night, Calisto. Without waiting for my answer, Rod begins to walk away. A strange heaviness hangs in my chest. Why do I feel like this is the last time I will see him? I glance down at the book in my hands, then slowly open up to the last page of the Little Mermaid fairy tale. I start reading from the section where the mermaid sisters explain how to get her fins back. Take this knife. Only before the sun rises, you must plunge it into the heart of the prince, and you will be a mermaid once again. The book falls from my chest and collapses to the floor. I stare at it dumbfounded. Well, shit. Em almost convinced me. She pleaded that I may not leave any of them. That I leave not any of them behind. It's not as if I want to die and leave my family, but... He stares at the knife for a few moments, then curses as he slams his fist to the ground. I can't kill her. Why would Sir Mithras want me to do this? Guilt floods my chest, making it difficult to breathe. I was the one who asked Sir Mithras to help Rod. He said he knew how to break the curse. But I did not realize that in order to break his curse, he needed to kill the person he loved. I relied entirely on the story Emmeline told me, and that was my biggest mistake. I should have read the full fairy tale. I would never kill her. Such a shame. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get the same ending. I really hope I don't. God damn it, it's doing the thing again. Why is it stuck on that frame, man? That's annoying. It's all hell, man. Probably. Super annoying. Why is it doing this? Ah! To break his curse, Prince Rod must kill his beloved with the knife his sister has brought him, just like in the fairy tale. Mithras turns to Rod. And here I thought that your sister might be able to change her mind. You were, after all, supposed to do this of your own accord. I was wrong. I shouldn't have underestimated your stubbornness. Casting a spell on you would have solved this problem entirely. Why are you doing this? Well... Sir Mithras shifts his gaze to me. Rod follows his gaze to me and raises his eyebrows. There's no use lying to him now. I asked Sir Mithras to help me break your curse. You what? I didn't know that you were meant to kill Viorga. Rod shakes his head, his face marred with disappointment. Anyone who tries to help me will inevitably make things harder for me, Calisto. I wanted to help you, Rod. Okay, I think it's good. I've already made up my mind. If you really wanted to help me, then please respect my decision. Please. Shame. And here I thought I would be witnessing a dramatic finale tonight. Sir Mithras starts to walk away. I'm about to chase after him, but then I realize there's nothing else he can do. Rod has made his decision. I feel my heart plummeted as I slowly nodded him. So, there really is no other way? I could never break my curse like this. Fiorka was my first love, and my good friend. And besides, that my love had faded a long time ago. She's been replaced. You've been my beloved for quite some time already, Calisto. But it doesn't matter, does it? Die soon. Rod. I feel a heavy weight on my chest as if some force is crushing my heart.
Hell.
I got the bad ending again. Dang it. Okay, so I just have to restart this? Okay, god, that scared me. Fuck, man, I don't want this again. This music is ominous, and I don't like it. It's creepy, actually. Okay. So, the gallery. I think this is where... Rod. Are there only 2 endings for him? God damn it. Okay. I need to see where I messed up. Because... hell. I might just get a walkthrough. But I don't really want to do that. Why did I save there? Oh, because it ended the stream there. Okay. Confront him. Is this how you really want things to end? What are you talking about? Have you even thought about what your family will feel after they find out that you lied about your curse? You're going to die when Viorka gets married tomorrow, am I right? That's why you told me there's nothing I can do to help you break your curse. Because there's really nothing you can do to help me. Viorka will never return my love. I already accepted my fate a long time ago. Lady Parfait was the one who insisted I find another way to break my curse. Because she refused to give up on you, and I will not give up on you either. I've been aware of another way to break my curse from the beginning, but I would rather die than know what it is I need to do. Do what? Have you not read? Rod's voice trails off when he sees my confused expression. He clears his throat. Forget it. There's nothing more you can do. The reason I've never told anyone the truth of my curse is because I never wanted anyone to blame themselves for not being able to help me. I was already a lost cause the moment Viorka really fell in love with someone else. I could never take that happiness away from her. Rod becomes silent, his gaze downcast. The vulnerable expression catches me by surprise. You should have told me about your curse a long time ago. How many times must I repeat myself? Telling you about my curse won't change the outcome. I could have tried to help you! Why are you so insistent on helping me? Because I care about you! Okay. Next decision. You don't have to apologize. I know you did not intend to do that in the first place. The truth is, He trails off and averts his gaze slowly to the floor. Suffice it to say, I'm not supposed to feel this way about you. What exactly are you feeling? Rod flushes a deep red before turning away. Alrighty, I'm just trying to get the good... How was the wedding? I quickly clamped my hand over my mouth before I answered the question. Rod just said the person he loves getting married today. I already know how he feels. I apologize, I shouldn't have asked that. Rod looks at me surprised, then, to my shock, he starts chuckling. Why are you laughing? You look like a criminal caught in the act of a crime. Apologize for trying to be sensitive, Your Highness. Without realizing it, I smile back at him. It looks like Rod has finally learned to converse with me normally. I hope this will not be the last time I see him smile like this. I'm tired, Calisto. I will now return for the night. Rod looks at me again and smiles. Good night, Calisto. I really don't want this bad ending. God damn it. The end. I got the bad ending again, didn't I? Fuck. Okay. This is annoying. Alrighty. I will fucking look up a playthrough because I really do not... That ominous music is going to creep me out for the rest of my life if I don't get this good ending. Cinderella Phenomenon. Rod. God damn it. Okay, what yeah. Where do you want me out of this place? Okay, I'll just go through the choices because I feel super bad right now. Oh god, chills. And go left. I have no questions. 3 good deeds and I get my life back. Hell, it's not responding, no! So this is how you truly feel. It's gonna keep on doing this. God damn it, I'm gonna stay silent. I love Rumple. I feel like I should play Rumple's route next despite it being weird. God damn it, I love him. I'm gonna ask Rod for help. Just gonna keep on doing this. You know, I should have just, I can... answer him? That's the first choice. Yeah. No! I want to load this save, not over. Okay. Answer him. I'm here to break my curse. You expect me to believe that when you had people offering to help you at the Martian? Rod's expression changes, anger clear in his voice. No, I know why you really are here. What are you talking about? I thought you might take back what's rightfully yours, didn't you? You have no qualms about hurting my family again. I stared at him, non-pulsed by his accusations. I carefully quelled the simmering anger inside me. The last thing I want to be is fired before I break my curse. I'm not here to hurt anyone, so stop accusing me of such things. We glare at each other in silence. I'd always thought that Rod was closed off and quiet, but his emotions are always blazing in his eyes. Okay, I just need to get through all of these so I don't feel like a dingus. Go outside, okay. My time might be better spent trying to improve Rod's opinion of me. If I could get him to tell me precisely what I've done wrong, I could make up for it. I hope I would give me a good deed. I curtsied to the 2 girls. Excuse me, Your Highness, I shall wait outside with Rod. I coughed to clear my throat. With the prince.
Okay, I won't be long.
I feel bad. Okay, I moved to stand next to Rod, who's leaning against the wall. Rod sighs in annoyance. Why do you keep on following me? Tell me how to rectify whatever wrong I have done to your family. This again. I cannot help but scowl at Rod's words. You spout all this nonsense about goodness, but refuse to help me. How is that good? You haven't given me any reason to help you. What? If you're not serious about genuinely learning how to be good, then I'm not interested in helping you. Maybe I can catch him off guard by bringing up his response in the toy shop just now. Fine, then I will make a normal conversation. Who's Fiorka to you? Has she done something to hurt your family too? Fiorka's a childhood friend. She's not like you at all. Oh? Then why were you acting so cold to her? You obviously did not want to be inside the shop. Rod looks away from me and absently kicks a pebble on the ground. It's none of your business. It is my business because, you know, you have to kill her if you really want stuff. Why do you want me out of the palace? The further you are away from me, from my family, the better. I glare at him. Your action is completely unwanted. I'm trying to make up for what I've done in the past. Only because you're being forced to. Why should that make any difference? Besides, I'm still willing to help you break a curse, even though it appears you do not want to. I did not realize the anger inside of me at first, and then I noticed that my hands are fists and I'm shaking. Nothing useful. Dolores sighs. Boys can be so secretive about the silliest things. Rod has been aware of how to break his curse from the very beginning. Then why hasn't he broken it? I have no idea. I think the only other person who knows the full terms and conditions of Rod's curse is Parfait. Parfait? Parfait has known Rod for a while. She convinced him to keep coming to the Martian, even after he gave up on breaking his curse. Huh. Stay silent. I think I did that last time. I clenched my fist to take a deep breath to try and calm myself. I will not stoop to his level. He's the one being cruel here, not me. You shouldn't have stubbornly tried to carry stuff that was too heavy for you. I will not take responsibility if you get hurt. Yeah, smart ass. Refuse. Okay, that's where I messed up. Surely a lowly mage should not be doing this. Even if I do agree, I doubt Rod would even want to dance with me. You cannot learn how to dance by watching someone. You have to practice the steps yourself.
But
if you need a break, you can just say so, Emma.
no, really, I find it easier to learn through visuals. Sorry for making you uncomfortable, Calisto. Let's just continue our practice, Rod.
Emmeline smiles at me, but it's obvious she looks more disheartened now. Rod looks at his sister before shaking his head. He turns to walk towards me. He holds out his hand. Would you dance with me? What? Rod leans closer to me and speaks in a low voice. Play along. This is just for Emily.
He's actually curious about your dancing, Princess.
I'm surprised when Sebby suddenly whispers to me. I can tell it's Sebby by the change in the pitch of voice.
Oops. Sorry, Rod.
Rod glares at Sebby before looking at me again. Well. I shift my gaze to Emmeline, who's practically beaming. I sigh and take Rod's hand. I know Emmeline does not like treating me as a maid, but this is a little too much. Fine, just this once. Alrighty, I put my hand on his shoulder and he places his hand on the small of my back. Rod looks at me but quickly averts his gaze. Is something wrong? I didn't think I would ever have to dance with you is all. Neither did I. Rod looks at me again. This time he has an uncomfortable scowl on his face. It's just, fuck. He's not the only uncomfortable one here, though. We will start dancing. I mentally start counting the steps. It's been a long time since I last danced with anyone, but the steps come to me naturally. The dance is rather simple. While Rod and I move stiffly, I cannot help but notice his careful footwork. I realize that Rod is a pretty decent dancer. Okay. I gave her the correct answers last time. That flute is for champagne, the other one's for sherry.
Oh, right. But there are two more.
The other's for juice and the other glass is for dessert wine. The dessert wine glass can only be used during the dessert course, and the juice glass is only used when juice is being served at the course. Otherwise, it is placed next to the water goblet.
I see.
I see Rod staring at me out of the corner of his eyes. His lips twitch before he turns back to his sister. It looked like he was about to smile.
And what are these for?
Emmeline points out the groups of forks in front of her. You use those every day, Your Highness. You should know the answer. Emmeline points at them as she rattles off names.
Dinner fork, fish fork, salad.
Correct.
You know so much about etiquette too. You're really incredible, Calisto. You'd make a better noblewoman than I do.
Even if I told her I was a noble, it's not as if she would believe me. I just read about a lot of these things.
You already know enough to put them into practice? That's amazing! Especially since you haven't even been with us so long, right, Rod?
Okay. He already asked me that before. Is he really worried? I'm fine. I'm surprised by the look on Rod's face at my response. His expression is soft, so like his usual scowl.
Rod here is pretty worried about you, Princess.
Rod glares at Sebby, his cheeks tinge pink. What was happening during this? Can I go back? Nope. Ah, okay. Rod glares at Sebby, his cheeks tinge pink. Sebby chuckles.
Sorry, Rod, your thoughts read so loudly in your mind that I can't help but say them aloud.
This is not the first time Sebby has told me about what Rod is thinking. Rod reaches out and pinches Sebby's face, his scowl returning.
Ow, 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 I'm sorry, okay? Next time, try not to think too loudly.
You said that Emmeline was waiting for me. I did not expect her to be so up early. Oh yeah, the heckin' maids were like, oh, you're close to Rod, aren't you? You must be so nice. Stay with him. I can tell by Rod's stiff posture that anything I say will talk on deaf ears. Will fall on deaf ears. Yeah, I remember that. I did this one. I think the one I messed up on was refusing to dance with him. I think that was the only one. And then I complimented him. Who would have thought that you were actually capable of being nice? What? Was that supposed to be a compliment? Yes, you're always so grumpy. I did not even think I've seen genuine smile on your face before. I can say the same for you. Birds of a feather flock together, then. Rod stares at me, dumbfounded. I cannot help but smile a little at his expression. Did you really dislike the fact that we were so similar? Rod is still staring at me, wide-eyed. You just smiled.
I did not. That thinks your smile is pretty.
No!
You two really are the same.
I take a deep breath to calm the erratic beating of my heart. God damn it. So there are only two endings for him. Which is... Would he believe me if I told him? Tell him. Spellcaster knows I'm the princess. Do you think he's the witch Delora was talking about? I whisper the words to him, and he responds by raising his eyebrows, looking surprised. What makes you say that? This isn't because of the standoffish way he acts, is it? You don't believe me. Rod sighs. I never said I didn't. It's just that we can't blindly accuse anyone without any real proof. Yeah, and you turned out to be wrong. Rod stares at me for a few moments, then closes his eyes, his eyebrows slightly furrowed. Thought, Sir Fitzgerald also remembers who you are. I do not want to be so suspicious of Fritz, but I don't think blindly trusting him would be right either, given these circumstances. Wait, no. Fitzgerald, if I remember correctly, is Little Red Riding Hood. And then... maybe? I need to look at the screen again. You need to stay vigilant around him. If anything happens, you can come talk to me about it. You're worried about me. Rod averts his gaze from me. Of course I am. Ah. Why? So you can judge me? I'm sure that I'm a better dancer than you. The scowl on Rod's face deepens. I almost smirk. Maybe he's reluctant to show me, but Rod is also full of pride. He's most likely to show me if I pose a challenge. You didn't even answer the question. And are you underestimating my dancing? The others may have forgotten you, but you still remember, do you not? I'm a princess, and I was taught by the kingdom's best instructor. I say the words with pride, and I notice Rod's lip twitch in response. It actually makes me feel accomplished to get under Rod's skin when he's usually the one getting under mine. Oh, man. Having the best instructor does not automatically make you the best dancer. I'm pretty confident with my own skills. Say what you want, but I refuse to believe you without any proof. I still say I'm a better dancer than you are. Rod steps forward and pulls me into his arms, taking me by surprise. He looks at me clearly determined. Hooroo! Fine then, you'll have your proof. I'll make you swallow those words with this dance. We shall see. Rod starts leading the dance. He glides us into the imaginary rhythm. Even without the music, I'm unable to count the steps I'm able to count the steps in my head. I can't stop smiling, man. That makes me happy. Okay. What am I not telling him? It is nothing. Oh, okay. If you refuse to tell me what will happen, I will assume that the noblewomen were telling the truth about you. Calisto has done nothing wrong. In fact, I think Calisto only did what you or Emmeline would have done had you heard the awful things those women were saying about your mother. What? She stood up for the queen when she didn't have to. But why didn't you just say so? Would you have believed me? Rod drops his gaze from mine. You never gave me a chance to believe you, did you? You would have believed me? How am I to know that? Rod is like a walking contradiction. Rod glances up again, this time to look at Viorca. We shouldn't keep you from returning home, Viorca. I'll take Calisto back to the palace. Viorca's eyes narrow, and she looks ready to say something, but Rod has already reached out for my hand, me along behind him. When we're out of sight of Viorca's shop, Rod stops, releasing my hand when he turns to face me. Did you really think I would have refused to believe you if you told me the truth? You never liked me. You have no reason to believe me. Rod sighs, running a hand through his hair. I told you I would help you break your curse rate. That offer alone should be enough to know that I... Rod turns away, suddenly looking embarrassed. That I don't dislike you anymore. You expecting me to just assume that? How will I know unless you made that absolutely clear? Well, I'm making it clear now. I understand. Anyway, thank you for standing up for my mother. It seems like you don't require my assistance in breaking your curse after all. He gestures to my necklace. Congratulations on your second good deed, Calisto. Yay! Suddenly tongue-tied, I find myself looking everywhere but at Rod. When I have once again gathered my senses, I turn to the road. My eyes narrow as I recognize the path we're on. God damn it, man. Why the hell is it doing this? No. Okay. I hope that it's just lagged and not my voice is overlapping or anything. I really hope. This is not the way back to the palace. No, it isn't. We're going to the Martian. Why? Because I was on my way there before I was forced to take a detour because someone was drawing attention to herself. What? But Rod ignores me when we walk the rest of the way to the Martian in silence. Alrighty. We're good with that. I think it would be easier to explain the situation, yeah. If Ophelia is asking me about these rumors, then I can only imagine what sort of story those women made up. Prince Rod was just on his way somewhere when he chanced upon me. When he saw that I was in trouble with two noble women, he stopped to intervene, that is all. Rod said the same thing. Why did you ask me, Your Majesty? To see what you thought about the situation. Ah, God. I don't think anyone should get a say in what your relationship with Rod is. My relationship with Rod. I like you, Calisto, and I'm certain you're good for Rod. If I had my way, I would let him court you. I feel heat in my cheeks as I trip over my words. The prince and I are not in a relationship. A member of the royal family cannot end up with a servant. Whereas, where there's love, there's hope. Social status shouldn't stop you from being happy, Calisto. True that. Okay. He scowls, but he doesn't say anything. I think last time I said nothing. The words spill out of me before I can even think on them. What have I done to make you angry with me? Nothing. He turns away and I glare as I follow closely behind him. You expect me to believe that? You can at least look at me when I'm talking to you. I reach out a hand to his elbow and pull him back so that he's facing me. Well, but the words die in my throat when I see the expression on his face. His face is red and he refuses to look me in the eye. My surprise causes me to release him. Rod quickly turns around and begins to walk away. I'm left to stare dumbly after him. What is wrong with him? Normally he's not so afraid to speak his mind. I frown as I feel a dull ache throbbing somewhere in my chest. What is this? Why do I feel sad? Normally Rod's distant doesn't make me feel like this. Yet now, am I really so sad that he does not want to speak with me? I shake my head and take a deep breath to still my mind. It's better not to think about it. Okay. Something aches deep in my chest at Rod's coldness. Please. Rod startles so strongly that he almost drops the placard he's holding. Please tell me. We've been partners for months now. But I barely... Yes, I know that it's an unusual partnership, that most of our helping each other has been settled, but... I'm only one good deed away from breaking my curse, while you seem to be no closer into breaking your curse than we started. I will do whatever I can to help you with Ghost Raj. So please let me help you. Silence falls. Moments later, Rod sighs and looks away from me. Some unspeakably sad emotion shines through his eyes. Even if I wanted to help Calisto, there's nothing you can do. Dread settles in the pit of my stomach at Rod's words. Could I be right? Will Rod actually die if he does not manage to break his curse? Emily told me the story of the Little Mermaid. She said that the mermaid dies if the prince marries someone else. Rod, when Viorka marries Desamond, will you... My voice trails off when I hear the sound of the door behind us. Yeah, that CD is nice, bro. I might have more time to warn someone about him while he's distracted, but who? Warren Emmeline. My attention is quickly drawn to where Emmeline is moving between groups of people, introducing herself and making light conversation. I know this will be frowned upon, but Emmeline's safety must come first. I make my way quickly over to Emmeline and curtsy just off to the side, trying to draw as little attention to myself. Princess Emmeline, may I have a word? Emmeline is clearly shocked at my intrusion, but she masks it well.
Excuse me, it appears my maid has something for me.
I draw her closer to the walls where the crowd blocks us from view.
I wasn't expecting you to be here, Calisto. Not that I mind, but won't you get in trouble?
There's no time for that. I'll take your hand in mine and look at her somberly. You have to watch out for this man in a mask. Calisto brought him to the ball.
Why should I be worried then?
I cannot exactly tell her that I think he's a witch right now, but there are too many people looking. Just please be wary of him.
I'm sure there's nothing to be worried about from anyone here, Calisto, especially if Sarcasm is involved.
On the contrary, if Sir Castor is involved, I would also recommend staying on your guard, Emmeline.
Rod?
I turn in shock to see Rod suddenly standing beside me. You should trust Calisto.
Yay!
Trust me! Aw man, those lilies. Tell me, Calisto, what is he to you? No answer, Be in denial all you want. At the end of the day, you're going to have to decide who and what you will choose. Who or what to choose? Silence. You're harassing one of our staff members. Yeah, boy. Was Sir Mathros really speaking the truth? Confront him. Is this how you really want things to end? What are you talking about? Have you even thought about what your family will feel after they find out that you lied about your curse? You're going to die when Viorka gets married tomorrow, right? Am I right? That's why you told me that there's nothing I could do to help you break your curse. Because there really is nothing you can do to help me. Viorka will never return my love. I already accepted my fate a long time ago. Lady Parfait was the only one who insisted I find another way to break my curse. Because she refuses to give up on you, and I will not give up on you either. I've been aware of another way to break my curse from the beginning, but I would rather die than to do what it is I need to do. Do what? Have you not read? Rod's voice trails off when he sees my confused expression. He clears his throat. Forget it. There's nothing more you can do. The reason I never told anyone the truth of my curse is because I never wanted anyone to blame themselves for not being able to help me. I was already a lost cause the moment Viorka really fell in love with someone else. I could never take that happiness away from her. Rod becomes silent, his gaze downcast. The vulnerable expression catches me surprise. You should have told me about your curse a long time ago. How many times must I repeat myself? Telling you about my curse won't change the outcome. I could have tried to help you. Why are you so insistent on helping me? Because I care about you. My face warms up when the words escape from my lips. Rod also flushes. What are you saying? That I'm worried about you on Emmeline's behalf, of course. I do not want her to think that I let you die. Rod lets out a deep sigh. Just stop talking. You're now in position to tell me what to do. Calisto. There's a hint of warning in his voice. Now you better let me help you up. My words are cut off when Rod presses his lips to mine. It was only a brief kiss when he pulls away, and his usual somberness has returned. I told you to stop talking. I can only stare back at him, baffled.
Rod, you do realize that you just kissed the princess.
Rod looks at Sebi, then at me. His face colors once more. He takes a step back, his lips pressed together. I'm sorry. Without any other warning, Rod turns abruptly and stalks out of the room. Sebi falls from his shoulders and falls to the ground, but Rod doesn't notice in his hurry to leave. I stare after at him in shock.
I can't believe it just ran away.
I look to where Sebi is and kneel down to pick him up. Are you all right?
I'm fine, thank you, princess.
Sebi tilts his head to the side.
Ah, Rod. I wonder when he'll start acting like a man. Suddenly kissing a girl like that is so unromantic.
Well, then what would be considered romantic? Fuck. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go put my dishes away and then take a break so I can recover my voice again. Hold on. I'll just mute my mic just for the hell of it. night. I'm sorry for being gone for so long. So I'm just probably gonna finish up the scene and then I'm probably gonna leave. I'm sorry for like leaving that 15-minute pause. That was probably not fun. Just sitting there for 15 minutes. I might edit it out once I actually officially make this into, you know. I might just add an annotation to skip to 11:06. That's probably not the actual time. Okay, thank you for waiting though.
That Rod, I wonder when he'll start acting like a man. Suddenly kissing a girl like that is so unromantic.
Think about the warmth of Rod's lips pressed against mine and flush again.
Rod may not say much, but he has a lot going on in his head. Thoughts he doesn't ever want anyone to know. I don't want to speak on his behalf, but I know he really does care about you, Princess. He's just a little standoffish and has a difficult time showing his emotions. He's sensitive like that. Take it from me, I'm always in his head.
I care about him too, but what will become of my feelings once I break my curse? I will return to being his stepsister when this is all over. No, this isn't the time to mull over such thoughts.
I'm sorry for asking this of you, Princess, but can you return me to Rod? That boy is useless without me.
The exasperation in Subby's voice makes me smile. Subby acts like Rod's sibling. Of course. When Rod doesn't open the door, I knock again. Rod's eyes widen as soon as he sees me. His face flushes a dark crimson. I'm here to return Sebby. Rod nods before slowly taking Sebby from my hands. Thank you.
Be careful not to drop me again next time.
There's a hint of a smile on Rod's face as he taps Sebby's face. Sorry. He looks so much more at ease when he smiles. Rod's face again with an apologetic expression. Calisto, I really am sorry for what I did earlier. Fuck. I'm so sorry, guys. I've been streaming for an hour and a half. Wow. You don't have to apologize. I know you did not intend to do that in the first place. And the truth is He trails off and averts his eyes slowly to the floor. Suffice it to say, I'm not supposed to feel this way about you. What exactly are you feeling? Rod flushes a deep red before turning away. Don't ask me such an embarrassing question. The hovering silence becomes more pronounced as we both stop talking. You said you wanted to talk to me before about something we discussed with Lady Parfait? Yes. I meant to tell you that Elora will be here tomorrow to investigate. Now that we know Sorrelcaster is not the witch, we have to start our investigations over. Actually, about that, I know who the witch is. You do? It's Sir Mithros. He's the real witch. Sir Mithros? So when Sorrelcaster was throwing around accusations last night, they were true. Sir Mithros is already aware that Elora has been investigating the palace. We need to warn her. Okay, so the ball was yesterday. There was a day in between. There was a day off, and then there was Viorica's wedding, and then there was her birthday. Huh. Then I will send Lady Parfait a quick message. We need to keep our guard around him too, especially you. I'm sure he already knows that you're the crown princess. I nod in response. For now, we should wait for Dolores to show up tomorrow. But it's getting late. You should go and get some rest. The moment he says the words, I realize that he's correct. My eyelids are heavy. You're right. I think I shall take my leave. I'm about to leave when Rod suddenly grabs my hand. I turn to face him. Calisto. This is the first time I've heard him say my name so warmly. I can just want to. This is new. I can almost hear my heartbeat ring into my ears as I stare at him with anticipation, but Rod says nothing else. Rod eventually releases my hand with a shake of his head. It's nothing. I cannot help but feel dejected. Good night, Calisto. Good night, Rod. Moments after Rod closes the door, I hear a familiar face whispering in my ear. And that's where I shall leave it off. Okay. So, I think I shall save one more time before I do anything else. So, this is where I'm going to leave it off. I know, cliffhangers maybe, but, you know, Yes, I want to go to the main menu. But I will probably play this one last time because we've done all of the correct choices so far. So, yeah. Okay, so I think the order that we have is the Mermaid's Curse, Rumpelstiltskin. I'm not sure what that is. It might be very clear what it is. Little Red Riding Hood, which is Fitz. And then... Wait, no, this is the Neverland Curse. This is Karma's. And then Beauty and the Beast. Okay, so... Rod has the Mermaid's Curse. Rumpel has the Rumpelstiltskin Curse. Karma has the Neverland Curse. Fitz has the Little Red Riding Hood Curse. And Waltz has the Sleeping Beauty... Has the... Not the Sleeping Beauty. The Beauty and the Beast Curse. The Beast Curse, probably. So... I will finish off Rod's route next time because, you know, it's already 11 o'clock, even though it feels like 10 because of daylight savings, which was Sunday, and I don't like daylight savings. Yeah, it's the 12th today of March 2018. Okay, so I'll just leave this off here. We'll finish up Rod's route next time, and we'll go on to my one I'm looking forward to the most, which is the Rumpelstiltskin, which is Rumpel's route. God damn, I love my flamboyant, I love my flirtatious boys, honestly. I can relate to them. It's even better that he has amnesia. Although that sounds very bad out of context. I'm glad that he's just, oh, I love you, but I don't have my memories. Yes, that is all I'm